Hello my art viewers, welcome back to my channel. You're seeing the art of inside impressions and this is artist Bhavna. So today we are going to see how to shade face. So shading face is really so important and you need to really learn many things while shading the face. So without any delay, we'll just start the process and we are using as usual blending stump for the initial process. So this is my favorite technique of using blending stump and using pencils. So first initially we'll develop the tones, textures and all. So once we are really satisfied with the tones, we'll just go with the pencil slowly. So here you can see, right, I just shade the initial layer because the shading helps you to get the light gray tones and that will make your process easy. So anything on the face will not be completely white, right? It will be like light gray and all shades. So that is known as like blocking technique and identifying the tones. So that is really important while shading. So people really try so hard and they really leave the portrait without applying the good texture and tones. So that is really so bad and that is observed in the type of beginners and the learning artists. So try to match the tones, that will be really great job. As you can see, right, I'm experimenting the faber-castell graphite pencils on this portrait. So left side is completely Staedtler and the right side is completely faber-castell. So I really loved how the faber-castell is turning out and I really love that matte look, and it is as equal as the Staedtler and I couldn't find much difference, but the drawbacks are, so Faber-Castell will provide only up to 8B grade and you can't use like more than 8B, so the maximum is 8B. And if you really want to work with like dark and really good dark grades, you need to definitely take support of some other brand. So here that happened to me, and after working with the faber-castell 8B pencil, I was really like I need to get more dark tones, so I took help of Staedtler, that means 12B and 11B 10B from Staedtler, and I used them. So that is really a drawback coming to the faber-castell pencils. So but the pencil and the weight of the pencil is really so good than the Staedtler. So it is really handy and you can really use the Faber-Castell pencils without any efforts. So coming to the 12B Staedtler pencils, that pencil will be really thick and you can't really sharp to get the good sharp tip. That is really a drawback in this Staedtler. So just a small review, so just take 2 minutes to see the review and here you go. So this was the unboxing and I was really excited to try the Faber-Castell, and this is how it went. And you'll get set of 12 pencils and you'll get like from 2H to 8B, and all the pencils are really good and safe, and these pencils are really handy and they are really lightweight when compared to Staedtler, and you can really enjoy the big sharp tip when sharpening, and it is really so good. You will get the like thin and sharp tip. I really want that. So Faber-Castell is really a good pencil and I'm just giving a positive review about it. So you can definitely try and go for it. But if you want to work for the higher grades, take support of some other brands. Like you can also use 10B from Artline pencils, and yeah, those pencils will provide the dark tones. But yeah, you can really try and really enjoy the pencil. So give a try. And coming back to our process, we are completely using Faber-Castell for the right side, but as I already mentioned, I'm just using the dark tones if they are really necessary. So like eyeball and all, it is really dark, right? And the skin texture is really dark, and wherever it is necessary, do take help of some other brands. So that is not a big deal, but the pencils are really great And one thing I need to definitely mention, these pencils are really affordable. That means Stedler 14, that means 12 pencils you'll get for 1400, whereas faber-castell 12 pencil you will get for 700 itself. So those who are looking for good pencils below 1000 rupees, this will be their best choice. So give a try. Definitely, I'm just helping you people to find the good pencils. That's it. And yeah, now it's really done about the faber-castell, and we are just going to the process. And this is how the process going here. I'm just using the pencil, and I'm just drawing the cross hatching lines, and I'm shading using the blending stump, and I just left the light white highlights for the center part because there I need to draw highlights, and there I can find the light tones. So that's just simple, just identify light and dark tones and you are good to go. So this is how, and when blending these pencils, they are really good at blending, and you can't see any patches while blending. That is really good of these pencils. And you can see, right, completely I'm using cross hatching texture here, and that is really good while you are trying to get the smooth texture. Because first initially you need to get the smooth texture, and then you need to try to draw all the freckles, pores, pimples and whatever you want to draw. First initially, that means you need to get the smooth skin texture and the good balance in the tones. So you should not see any patches while blending. That is really so important. Patches will really destroy or damage your piece. If you really want to achieve good smooth texture, that means smooth tones, you can definitely give a try of using tissue papers. So tissue papers will really help you to get this smooth texture, and they'll blend in the graphite so easily with the good amount of graphite spreading across and evenly. And when working on the smaller region, that means small areas, it will be really difficult to use the tissue paper alone. So to minimize the difficulty, we'll use the paper stump, or called blending stump, that we'll use. Or if you are not comfortable using the paper stump, and if you don't have paper stump, you can make at home. But if you are not comfortable using the paper stump, you can go for the earbud. So apply the graphite, that means graphite pencil, in the cross hatching lines, and then start blending using the earbud. That is really good, and earbud also plays a good role for blending. And if you don't want to use earbud also, I'm here, I'll help you. Definitely, you are right. You can use makeup brushes or the paint brushes because they really blend in graphite smoothly and evenly. So these many choice you are having, and you can grab any one tool to get the good texture. So that is really up to you, and it depends on skin texture again. So if you are working for this Chinese skin and for the smooth skin, you are definitely using either tissue paper or the smooth blending tools like makeup brushes, like paint brushes, so on. There you can't use the paper stump because it will not give like clear good smooth skin. So that's why, so choose the tools wisely. That is really important. Okay, so in every video I see, you should definitely practice with the actual tools you are using on the portrait you are working. Like for professional artworks, whatever tools you are using, use for the daily practice also the same tools you need to use, because you will get like good experience, and you'll know where to use, how to use, and what tool to use next, and so on. So prefer using the same tools on regular basis. Okay, so coming to the beautiful eye process, you know, right, I really love making the eyes, and I'm really starting with the eye. That means I'm just making the corrections whatever I feel. So I'm just correcting before I actually do the details. So you need to give many details, that means detailed outlines to go with the process, that means to go with the blending. I'm directly using 8B and I'm making the dark lines of the eyes, that means the eyeliner and so on. So directly I'm using the darkest grade here because layering doesn't really matter when it is not skin texture, because eyes and layering doesn't help you. So please don't waste your time and just see where layering works and where direct tones will works. So that is really important, and yeah, comes from practice only. So this is how I'm going directly, but I don't think this darkness is really sufficient when compared to my left eye, because left eye is made using the 12B grade pencil of the Staedtler brand, as I already mentioned. And let's see how this will look alone using the 8B of faber-castell. You can see and you can compare, it is looking light than the left eye. So definitely you need to use some other brand to get the really dark tones. And coming to the Staedtler, I'm really loving the 12B, 11B and 10B. Those three grades are really so good. And one idea I'm having here, you can definitely order set of faber-castell and then you can order 11B, 12B and 10B of Staedtler pencils separately from the online. So that is really great idea, right? So if you want to give a try, order the faber-castell, that means 700, plus you can try 3 pencils from this Staedtler for the dark tones. This will be a brilliant idea, I guess. What do you think? Is it? Okay, coming back to the process, and slowly we are building the eyelashes, because eyelashes are really important and directional eyelashes are really important. If you miss the direction, you are missing the complete eye. So follow the directions when you are drawing the eyelashes, and you can really know which eyelash will go to which direction. But if you are really confused about the direction of the eyelashes, that means the centermost eyelash will go to center, the rightmost eyelash will go to right, and left lash will go to left. So that is really simple, and this technique is really so important to remember. So please don't mess the things. So please follow the direction before applying actually. So you know, right, we are directly applying and using 8B grade and you can't do any corrections later on. So please be careful. So if you are really not confident enough about the shape and size of the eye, you need to definitely stop using the dark tones directly. Instead, try to use 2B or HB grade pencil and first finalize the eye and then start using the higher grades. This is really simple solution, right? But it really help you, and yes, you need to give a try. You can see, right, I'm just blending the eyelashes and that region using the blending stump, because that region is really dark and I need to really layer up. So that's why initially we are using the paper stump. So you need to use paper stump in the circular motions to get the even texture, but you need to clean your blending stump before actually using it. Okay, so cleaning is really important to avoid patches. So in the same way we are going to do the lower eyelash and all. So I'll just speed up the process, that means I'll just skip the process so that you can enjoy the real version of some other process in that same time. So I just skip the process, and this is how it will look after the eye is done, and both eyes are really looking great, right? So here I need to mention one thing. I used 12B of Staedtler grade to look dark. So this is really damn dark, right? I really love using Staedtler 12B, as I already mentioned. This darkness I really want, and you can see how good both eyes are looking. And yeah, and slowly we are just dragging the graphite from the blending stump and we are just spreading across the cheek region. Okay, so once I'm done with the blending stump, I'm just using the pencil above the texture which I laid using the paper stump, and we'll see how the skin texture and how it is made. So just stay connected, and if you are watching my video for the first time on my channel, please do subscribe to my channel and don't miss any updates from now. So please subscribe. We are just done with the shading, that means the initial shading of the skin texture, not the freckles and all. That means we'll give later, but we are just doing the background using the 8B and higher grades. Okay, so I'll just skip the process, but here I don't use 8B directly. I use 2B, 4B and 8B and 12B. So in the layering technique I use, first initially I'm just drawing the outline so that I should not mess the things. So in this way I'm just added background. So after adding background, this will look really great, and that portrait and the girl will look so good. I really enjoyed adding the background, and that is completely black background and that looks really dark, right? So that is done using faber-castell and Staedtler pencils together. So slowly wherever I find the dark texture, I'm just adding using the pencil directly. So later on we'll blend using the blending stump. So in this way the skin texture is made, and the cross hatching lines will really help in making the skin texture to look like realistic texture. So now this part of the video is really important and you must learn from this part of the video. Okay, so please do watch the video completely and make sure you are liking it, and please do share your valuable feedback below. Okay, so I'll just add a little track and you enjoy the video. I'll be back within few minutes. definitely you can enjoy this neck region and the hand process in my previous video. So I'm not adding much in this video, I'm just showing the initial outline, and you will really find the good hand texture and blending of neck region in the previous video. So to don't waste your time, just watch the previous video. So this is all about the today, and if you really enjoyed this video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to tap the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and happy learning. Artist Bhavna signing off for today. Do watch the complete portrait pics at the end. Thank you.